Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Curves. Curves make NURBS surfaces, and I want to show you something very basic, which is nevertheless very important for industrial design, car design, whatever. And later on you can always turn the NURBS surfaces into polygon meshes for computer games. Okay, what I wanted to show you is there are so many things to cover really about NURBS modeling. Let's create a curve. If you don't find it here, you find it under Create, and it's Curve Tools, and here are the Curve Tools. We're currently going to use the EP Curve Tool. Okay, that's that one. I'm in the side window because I just want to create a little thing from the side. When I press and hold the key X, I snap the first point. When I click now, in the center of the grid. So when I do this now, I create a curve which is in the 3D realm, of course, and now I can rotate it and create a loft from that. So that's a standard thing of curve modeling. And you see that the points I set for the curve are represented here in the outline of that surface. So we could create another curve just next to it with a slightly different topology. So let's start here and go very wide here. And now I set close points here and press enter. And now I do the same thing. I do a revolve now. And as you can see, it goes all the way around because I didn't center the curve. But what I wanted to show you is that you get more detail here. You can almost create an edge here, a sharp corner, which is a little bit against the NURBS philosophy, which is about soft surfaces really. But that's the interesting point here. Remember that one, very simple. You cannot create a sharp corner or whatever here because this is you don't have enough points on from the original curves. Okay, so let's delete all of them. I'll show you the same procedure now with the loft. So let's create well, again in the side view a curve like this. And let's duplicate the curve, Control D, and move it a little bit to the side. And Shift D duplicates it with the same transform as before. So let's repeat this surface just a couple of times. This curve, sorry. So we have 7 curves now, and we're going to hide curves 2 to 6. The ones in the middle, Control H, hidden now. Now we select curve 1, and in addition to curve 1, curve 7, and we create a loft. It's under surfaces loft here. So I need to pick them again. The loft is here. That's a nice surface we get. We can now manipulate the original curves like this one. If we scale it down, for example, but we cannot do anything right here. For that we need more geometry, and that's why we'll delete the surface again and unhide curve number 4. That's Shift H. So I have 3 curves now. So I select the first one, the second one, the third one, and create another loft. It's curved here because we scaled that one down, that curve down. They're not exactly the same size. So I get already an interesting manipulation here. And now when I scale this one, not the whole surface scales accordingly, but basically that part. And here it's kind of held not totally straight. This this part of the surface will react to what I'm doing now. Just a little bit. You can see it here if you have a look here while I scale it. Things happening here. So the NURBS modeling tries to keep the flow perfect through that curve. It has to follow that profile curve, of course, and into that curve. So basically, when I stretch this out too much, it really creates stress here, but it's still okay. It's the NURBS surface behaves well. Okay, so let's delete the surface and unhide the other curves, those ones. Shift H. Now they're all here. Now when I pick them all in order and create a loft, I get this surface. It basically looks the same as the one before, but now I have much more ways to manipulate details here. When I scale it in this direction, I can leave the whole surface intact, but in this area I can do some scaling. And you need to be careful, because the keeping the flow of the surface intact is sometimes touchy. If I move this curve here, you see there's stress being created, because the surface has kind of flow here to that one and then over here. So in order to get really nice corners, you might have to add more details here. For example, a curve right here and another curve right here. That would help in this case. But we can also move this one here and the curve number 4 here. And then now it gets really warped, but now it's quite intact here. So NURBS surfaces don't want the curves to be too close. You see? And there is, of course, a question: can we model a NURBS surface with a sharp corner? We can, but we need lots of curves in that area where we want to model that. Okay, how does that look in rendering? Give it a shiny shader. New material, Arnold, standard surface shader. And here I go to the presets and I pick car paint and I replace it by 75%. And now I re-render it, and that's the surface I get, which is very cool and which is very hard to achieve in the polygon world. Finally, well, let's delete all them except for the first curve. I think I can reuse the first curve. Delete the sky dome light as well, because it's only in the way. So we have this curve now. Let's create another curve, and along that curve I want to extrude the other one. So lots of more detail here, little points close to each other, and then far away the last points. Like this. I press enter, and this command here says extrude. I need to select the path as the last object. So let's start here. This is the profile and this is the path. It will create a problem right here. You can see it already. When you have such a curvature here, you will run into problems. So let's do this nevertheless. Pick the profile curve first and then the path and then extrude. So you get a pretty warped surface now. We will actually assign the current material, which we just had here, and we try to fix this. How do we do this? Well, there are several ways to do this. You can press F8, and now you see the components of that curve. And you see how densely populated they are in this area. Now you can kind of reorder them. So let's pick that one. And the move tool with W. We won't do anything with that one, but with the next one we can jump from one to the next one with the arrow key. And actually you would have thought that one was the next one. No, this one is the next one. And that shows you already that there are problems here. So that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. That one should be more relaxed. Let's move it over here. Next one over here. Next one over here. And now we're almost done with the cleaning up of that surface. We can also rebuild that curve here. Let's go back to object mode, which is the same as pressing F8. And let's have a look at the topology here. It has currently 14 spans. So let's rebuild the curves. Actually, we can smooth it. Smooth factor 4, why not? So now it's smoothed and the surface looks much better. How many points do we have? We have lots of points. So we can start manipulating things again. I press B. The key B gives me soft selection tool here. And now when I move the CVs up and down here, I get that nice curvature here. And of course I can pick a single one now, just that one maybe. Press B again to exit the soft selection tool, and now move this, only this up. And since I have a quite a nice density of points down there, this will easily create a nice curvature. And I can pick the two ones here and scale them down a little bit, so I get sort of nice edges and corners here. Let's render this, and keep in mind the construction history with curves is very, very important for how you can later manipulate the surfaces. And of course, as I said, you just bake them to polygons if you're fine with it. You select the surface, then you go to modify, and here you have convert, and here the first entry here is NURBS to polygons. Use the option box in order to get more options for how to convert them into polygons. Well, have a nice day.